mountain biker here. Just having a little ride out to Doncaster with Mrs. C on the back. There she is. And thinking about a couple of news stories that I've just seen. But I tell you what, it doesn't take much on a bike for it not being right for you to not like it. I'm having to adjust my riding a little bit. I've put the foot peg back on after messing up those bolts, having that bolt snap on me. And while I was, well, the reason I had the foot peg off actually was to get to the sprocket cover, get the sprocket cover off and clean up the sprockets. The guy who'd had the bike before me, I think, was a fan of chain wax, and it was absolutely black, filthy, sticky, horrible gunk in there. And I like my dry chain loops, but not the thick ones. But I cleaned the chain using kerosene, as per the book instructions. And when you get kerosene into that thick black goo, it turns into a thinner black goo. And I actually found it dripping. So I thought, well, I'll get that off, clean it up, and that's where I had the problem with the snap bolt. Now, Honda, in their wisdom, when they made this bike, decided that to get to the sprocket, apart from having to take off the pegs and a few other bits and pieces, one of the things you have to do is take out the gear linkage, and I just demonstrated what I'm unhappy with on the bike. I've put it all back together and I marked the gear linkage before I took it off, and obviously the felt tip that I used to mark it with was a bit too thick, because I think I've put it on one notch off from where it normally is, and now my gear selector is a little bit higher than I like it to be. And it's really making a difference. It really changes the ride, because to go down a gear now I have to lift my foot off a bit to get it on top of the little selector, and to go up a gear is fine when I think about it, but first to second I keep getting neutral, so I'm obviously not quite kicking it up high enough. So when I get back from Doncaster, a few adjustments to be made, because it really is quite annoying. Though not as annoying as the news stories that I've just been watching. I was watching a bit of Watchdog. For those of you who don't know Watchdog, it's a consumer affairs program. And those people who know me know I like me coffee. And I'm more of a fan of getting it from home, to be honest. Just grinding my own beans and making my own espresso and what have you. But Mrs. C, she likes a Starbucks. Which to me are just coffee flavoured ice creams, but she was saying to me this morning about Starbucks, and maybe this is the best time to get one after them being on the TV last night. Not to show myself, but well, I'll tell you about it anyway. But what's happened? Starbucks, not the only one. Nero's and the other one, Costa, the one I like to try and put to the back of my mind. If I'm having a coffee out, I like it to be a Nero's. Starbucks, I suppose, and Costa. Horrible, horrible coffee. But they were all on Watchdog last night for their hygiene standards. Their hygiene standards being particularly poor. Now, Mrs. C on a warm day likes one of these iced coffee drinks. As I say, pretty much an ice cream. And what they found was that about half of the ice that they sampled, that Watchdog went and secretly sampled the drinks and the ice and what have you, and about half of it had bacteria in it. Now, bacteria is everywhere, but this was particularly nasty, fecal bacteria. Yeah, exactly. And it makes me wonder about hygiene. Now, I notice it a lot, you know, when you nip out to a public loo, and there's always somebody, isn't there, who pops out of a cubicle and immediately runs out of the toilet without washing their hands. And it seems that some of those people work at coffee shops and handle ice. And trays and things. The trays, I think it was about a third of the trays had fecal bacteria on them as well. It just makes me wonder, are people being brought up anymore? Are they being dragged up? What's going on that people think it's okay to go to the toilet and then not wash their hands? What's that all about? It means that when you do go to the toilet in this country and you do wash your hands, you always think about what's on the door that you're about to open. I don't know why they don't have push doors on toilets. Pull to get in, push to get out. With a kick plate, you know. It's strange. I don't understand it. What is it about people that they think that that's okay? And then there's other things. There was a news story that Mrs. C's just been watching, and it was about toothbrushes. Apparently, the government is considering giving a toothbrush to every child in the country. Presumably every 3 or 6 months, or however often it is you're supposed to change them. But they're going to give every child a toothbrush because apparently children don't know how to brush their teeth. I'm not sure giving them a toothbrush is going to help, unless it's just that literally the parents don't have toothbrushes, which is just bizarre. But apparently dental standards for children are going right down in this country, and part of that is not brushing, and no doubt part of that is the amount of fizzy drinks that we drink. But it just seems absolutely bizarre that they would be giving away toothbrushes. And in a lot of cases giving away toothbrushes to people who have enough money to buy a toothbrush. If you've got an iPhone and your kids haven't got toothbrushes, I mean your children need taking away from you. Something's gone very, very wrong, hasn't it? But it does seem that we're not bringing kids up anymore. Went to the dentist not long back, strangely enough, it just popped into my mind this. And was sat there, and there was this little kid of about 4, maybe 5 years old, running around and screaming, and basically getting on everybody's nerves. And you could see, I mean, you're not allowed to, but you could see everybody was thinking, would it be alright to give him a little bit of a slap? Because the mother was there, but completely ignoring the child. The child was clearly trying to get the mother's attention, but the mother was too busy wrapped up playing Candy Crush to think about being bothered with looking after their own child. Is this the problem? We're too busy looking at our light up plastic and glass rectangles to be interested in actually bringing up children nowadays? Very strange. Got any more examples? Let me know in them there comments. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ride safe. And I'll talk to you all again soon. Gear stick too high.